My name's James. I'm 20 and I play guitar in Fourth and Coast. Growing up, I grew up in San Diego. Have one brother. My parents divorced when I was 1, but they both still live in San Diego. I didn't really start playing I played piano for a few years, but besides that, wasn't really into music until I met my stepbrother in 7th grade, and he got sent away to boarding school and left his guitar, so I picked that up. And yeah, met Steve in 7th grade. Had choir with Steve. That's where he first started learning to sing. I told him he wasn't very good, because he wasn't. And then in 12th grade, he asked me to join his pop band called Dressed to Kill. And that was that. Fourth and Coast started a little differently. We were in a different band, like I said, and Steve... I don't know, I lost my train of thought. And Steve messaged Justin on Facebook and asked if he would want to join our band, to which he said yes. And so we had a bassist. And Jacob we actually didn't include into the band until like a year later, I think. And we asked him, he actually wanted to play keyboard, but we wouldn't let him. So he jumped in on drums. And that is how the lineup of Fourth and Coast is now. Some of my favorite pranks I pulled growing up, I can think of 3. The first one is we would put a bunch of dog poop in a purse, and we would put it in the middle of the street and hide in the bushes, and cars would pull over and try to look in the purse for money, but they would just get a bunch of dog poop. It was pretty funny. The other, we would stick a magnet in a cup and put it on top of a car, and we would drive around parking lots. And people would try to stop us and let us know that there's a drink on our car, which was funny at the time. Now it sounds kind of dumb. The final one was with Steve. We we decided to throw some tomatoes at a car, and we hit this car, and it as we were driving by it, and we were all really excited. Me and Steve were in the trunk of our friend's SUV, and the car made an illegal U-turn and started chasing us, and we tried to get away, but we ended up in a cul-de-sac, and the guy got out of his car. He was like some big, like, just jock type of guy, and blocked the street, and so we had to drive on the sidewalk to get away, and he tried to break the window with his hand, but it didn't work. And then he ended up chasing us some more, and yeah, it was pretty scary. He tried to ram us. It was cool. Traveling around the country is really cool. Get to do it with my best friends, Justin, Jacob, and Steven. And we're really lucky to do it, honestly. So weird, you guys are right here. Oh god. In my free time, I like to read, and I like to go on the internet and post lots of Facebook statuses. I like to travel around, obviously. I like playing music, I like listening to music, video games, writing, talking. That's about it.
Taking pictures of yourself.
Taking pictures of myself. That was like a still shot. I just smiled at the camera so they can take pictures. Perfect first date. Alright, here we go.
You got so stoked. Alright!
Because I remembered. My idea of a perfect first date would be 2 actually. We actually went on one. Not with a girl. It was me, Steve, Justin. I think Justin was there, and a few others. We went down to the beach, and then we watched the sunset and then we went to dinner, and then we walked around the beach area and looked at some art galleries, and then we went to a park that had the view of the entire city at night. It was really cool. That's like my dream first date, like if I was actually romantic. My real first date would probably be like, it would be at home. Netflix would be involved, as well as lots of food probably, and Disney movies. That's probably it. Any other questions, guys?
How many selfies have you taken?
Steven's question. How many selfies have I taken? If he means ever, probably 8 times what's on my Instagram, because you like take it but it doesn't look good like first try, so you end up taking about like 8 to get the good one. So probably about 8 times my Instagram. My parents' thoughts on me not going to school. Actually, I didn't have like a big ordeal with them. Like, they weren't upset or anything. I didn't have to tell them. It was kind of more just like they understood and assumed as the band kept growing and as we weren't home more and more often. I think it's cool that they do support what I'm doing, and hopefully they'll continue to support it. Fourth and Coast to me is not just a band, it's all my friends, and we get to go around and do what we love, and we get to meet people that we learn to love, and it's just a really good time. If I was back home, I'd be in school, and I'd be waking up and going to school and going to work, and it would just not be so fulfilling. But this is more than anything I could ask for.